Kay in front of, or Kay's hands in front of the camera, and Maggie behind.
Hello.
And all our Intrigue nooks come with a layout sheet and a specific for each type you get. But what is in common is the outer box, and the outer box is the same for all our nooks. So you have 2 side pieces, a back, a base, and a top. Okay, so you have the side pieces are 2 the same. You have a straight side, 2 sides with 2 tab bits on side, and 1 side with a tab bit on the top. So when you put them together, that straight bit is your front of your nook, and that bit is your top. So I'll put this one as well, side by side, and you can see the difference like that. Whoops, go right around. So you've got the 2 tabs at the top, and you've got the straight bits at the side. Okay. You also get a back and a base, and it's important that these are the right way around. So the back has got the notch at the taken out the top, and the base has a notch coming towards you. So you've got extra on that. Okay, so she's flapping around.
It's alright, so you can see the straight bits at the bottom.
Okay, and then you've got straight bits at the bottom. Okay, so that is the front of your nook. Okay, and the back will be the top of the nook, and that's the front of the nook.
Right, I'm just going to zoom in so they can really see the difference at the top, okay?
Okay, right, so when I put my nooks together, and I would recommend this, is you stick the back and the base to one of the sides, and everything slots into that, and as we go through the video you'll see that more. So I'll stick these into the sides, and then what we'll do then is leave those to dry, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the nook. Okay, so I'll do that now. I'll get that right way round. So I'll put some glue. I'm just using PVA glue. Whoops. PVA glue.
We've got this one on our website now, haven't we?
We have. I like this one because it's nice and sticky. And it does tend to stick it quite well. And then put that side on like that. And what you might find is that you need to put something behind it. Have you got the tape thing? Oh, will that do? Okay, that'll do. So we'll put that like that. Okay, and then we'll do the base and the back. So that will fit in like that. So I'll just glue that. Oops. If you want to write back and base on it, then that's fine, because you're not going to see it when you've made it up. So you've got those sides done there, and you end up with an L shape. Okay, and you just wipe off any excess glue, and that is in place. And you'll just wedge it in between a book or a tape dispenser or whatever you have, and just leave that to dry. Okay, so just leave that to dry, and then you can put the rest of the nook together. Okay, your shell made up. You've got some inner panels. So we've got a cute little pathway going through your wood. We've got some trees, and then we've got a little entrance for a fairy fairy house.
Could be a giant mouse hole.
So you can have it that way round. You can have it that way round. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so we're going to put the outer bits together, or you also get, don't forget, a panel with all your bits in. So that's all your shapes in that. You can add shapes. Sorry, Maggie's flapping from behind. So you can add shapes. If you want to, you've got die cuts, you've got moulds. You can turn this into what you like. It can be a scary wood. So for Halloween, it can be a fairy tale one, like Red Riding Hood, Alice in Wonderland would be perfect. So it's entirely up to you. You can make it as whimsical as you like, cute as you like, scary or realistic. Entirely up. So we've given you some bits to get together so you don't lose pieces. So what you might have to do is get a knife. Some might just push out, like that one. Some you might just have to cut. So you've got little tabs. There's a little tab there. Can you zoom into that one?
Okay, so that's the...
And it just falls out. So you work your way through. So if you just push them out, what you do need to be careful of are the delicate bits like the trees. So you just find out where the tab is. So there's a little tab here. And just work your way around and just push it down. It's easy to push them back from the front back. So you can see how delicate those are, and they will break into transit. So that's why we put them in there. Another delicate one is the archway. So you just push it round, you just follow it through, just find out where the tab is. I think there's one around here somewhere. And just release it and just push gently just to protect it. It just takes a few minutes, or a few seconds. So see the tab is
basically if you feel any resistance, there's probably a tab there. Cut it.
Yeah. It's also quite intricate shape, so that keeps them in place as well.
Yeah. But you need to be patient with this bit.
Yeah, particularly on this one, because it's very delicate. Oops. So it can, if it bends and breaks like that, there's no pat because you're going to stick it anyway. But then that comes out like that. Right. So you're waving at me.
That's it. So go back towards you. That's
right.
it.
We keep waving at me, and I never know what you're doing. So if it does that, just glue it back in place. It's not a disaster. Okay, because you're going to be sticking it onto a solid background. Okay, around a frame. Okay, so that goes like that, and then just work your way around. So you can turn it off now. You've got 3 parts of your outer box done. You've taken all your little inner bits out, and you've decorated them if you wanted to decorate them. You can paint them. I wouldn't put too much water on them, but you can put pastes, you can put textures on there, entirely up to you. So to put your little nook together, you'll need your bottom piece in first, and the pathway is wider at the front and it goes narrow at the back to give it a bit of perspective. And then you can put your sides in. You can put them in which way you like. So I'm just going to pop this one in so it fits in there, so it's flush here and on the top.
Just turn it that way.
That way.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to put in my my door surround. I'm going to put my door in, and I'm going to put them at a little angle. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the sides.
Oh, James is in action.
Is that? And then I'm just going to get a spare bit of MDF or a piece of thing, and just if I do it at an angle, when it dries, it will look like it's on the jar. On the jar, and you can decorate behind that if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Okay, and then you can put your trees in. So they just slot in like that. You can put them on the other side. These little cloudy bits. So that one with a little bit at the bottom is, oops, a bush. So you can have a little bush in. Put your bush in there, wherever you like, after you've decorated it. These little cloudy bits are designed to go on your trees, so they fit flush against the sides. So you would have your tree like that, and then you would have foliage like so. So if I stick that on, you'll see. So I put a little bit of glue on there. And I put my foliage on here, and then when you put it against there, it looks like foliage for a tree. Okay, so you can have it either way. You can have it with the branch showing. You can have it on that side or that side. It's basically you decide what you want to do, and there's enough glue on there just to hold it in place. We obviously have a cat, so you can put your cat in where you like. These you could actually hang from the ceiling if you wanted to and have them as clouds or foliage. They could be either. We have another cat. We also have a little dinky bench, which is that piece. That piece. So Maggie calls these molars. So they're the ends of your bench. So just put a little dab of glue on the end, and then put your bench on like so. So it fits in like that. Oops. And then on the same on the other side, and just give it a couple of minutes just to set, and then you'd have your little bench. So you can have a little fairy bench.
You can sit a cat on top of that.
You can sit a, yeah, you can. There we go. So while that's sticky, you just leave that to stick. And again, you can paint that before or after you put these in. So if you've got access at the moment, because you've got access from all sides, so you can from two sides, so you can put things in it. You've got mushrooms, so you can have big mushrooms, little mushrooms. So I'll just put this tree in here on the side, and then you've got your little stone archway for your door, so I'll put that in as well. So I'll stick a few bits in. Let's see. So basically it's your imagination. You can make it as pretty, as scary. Against you could do it like a fairy tale if you wanted to. Does that look cute?
Lovely.
Okay, so when you get to that point there, so you can put I'll put this tree in. So you need to have a few trees in. Okay, so you've got trees in there, like that. Okay, and I would probably leave those just a few minutes just to set.
Can you just turn it so that's it? Perfect.
So you've got your little bench in there. I will probably stick that in as well, so you can have that, oops, there if you wanted to. You've got a little, you have a cat on it, or cats wandering into the woods.
There's a sitting cat there, isn't there, by the mushroom?
There is a sitting cat somewhere.
That one.
That one, yes, a little sitting cat, so that can be sitting on there. We'll put him on the bench because
yeah, so he needs to go on the bench.
Somebody's not going to be happy until he is. So there, we put him on the bench. There we go. So we have a cat outside on the bench.
Oh,
there.
that is so lovely. Let me just zoom in. I have to zoom into the cat.
Okay, so I'll put a couple of mushrooms in there as well. So you've got some half mushrooms as well. So I've got a full mushroom there, and then I've got some half mushrooms. So when you put these on the side, you can have your little mushrooms, oops, sticking out sides. So if you have them flush to the edge, it look like
it's all to add to the perspective, isn't it?
Yes, so you can have big, small ones at the back here.
We haven't done half a cat, Kay.
We've got more cats you can put.
No, but we haven't done a half a cat.
We haven't done half a cat. Well,
no. Well, we'll cut a cat in half. No,
we'll do that. So you got some longer, taller bits here that you can have as bushes or shrubs. So basically, I've not decorated any of these, but you can just get the general idea of what we're doing, and then we'll put that, and that will sit in like that. So when you're ready to put it together,
squashing with your toadstool mushrooms.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. That's because I was just throwing things in and not planning them. There we go. We'll put that in there like that. Okay, so that will fit in like that on the
That's
inside.
cool.
So you can get the general idea how you're building it up. All right, so you've got lots of bits to play with, and you can also, you've got mould, die cuts, you can stamp images and cut them out, all sorts of things that you've probably already got in your stash. So we'll start putting it together. So when you've done that point and you're happy, oops, my bench isn't stuck down, so I'll just take it out for a sec. If you lay it on the side, get your other side piece. So that's obviously the front and the top, and you'd glue that together there. So I'll just go and glue that. Oops, so I'll put, I think I've done that the wrong way around, actually. Never mind. Let's do that. It goes on that side as well. I was putting too much glue everywhere.
It's not like you.
Get overexcited with the glue.
Yeah.
So I don't actually need glue on these bits. So I'll put them down here. Okay, so make sure you've got the way around. Just put that in, and then that helps it stabilise the whole system as well. So that is your, so that is now your box. So that's your box there like that. This one will just slot in like so. So you've got your mirror, and then you're going to put it at an angle. So it depends on what you want to look at. So if you want to highlight that side, you will look in and see that side reflected.
That's it, perfect. If you tilt it up.
There we go. So you see the camera, presumably.
Yeah, you can see the path actually curving round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can do it
the other way.
And you can do it the other way. I've also designed a tree. If I can find it. That comes out and that goes in front of the mirror, like that. So it fits in front of the mirror like that. So what that does is it frames the mirror. So it gives you a bit more depth as well. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that or not. Again, it's your nook, you can do what you like. So then, once you've got your mirrors in place, and all I do with that is put a little bit of PVA glue at the bottom and just stick it in place. And that's enough just to keep it in place. Okay, and then you put your top on. Okay, and then I've designed this tree to stick onto the front. When you look into it, you can stick it on, gives a bit of visibility, but you can see through, so it like frames the view.
You can.
It's entirely up to you whether you want to put that on or not. Anyway, that is how you put together the woodland one.
And this is the top of our completed woodland nook, okay, and you'll see in here we've got a little tiny light which will take more batteries if it runs out, okay, and to put the light on and off you just twist it. When you first get it you might find you have to twist it a few times to activate it, but they are all tested before they go out. And then you have a little plinth here which is designed to hide the light as you look at it face on, as it were.